What's up, friends? Welcome back to another episode of Reezy Reviews. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the Outin Nano Portable Espresso Coffee Maker. Now, this is a crazy little device. I don't want to talk about it too much, but it has the ability to make you a shot of espresso from cold water. So this thing has its own internal battery. It pushes water through the bottom part, and then espresso comes out the bottom. Now, if you use preheated water that's already hot, you can get more out of the battery, obviously, because if it has to heat up the water, that's going to use up more of the power. So today I'm going to try it using preheated water, and then I'm going to do another shot after that without using preheated water. And we're going to see if we can notice any kind of results. But I'm going to show you the whole process. I'm going to pack the coffee in. I'm going to show you all the pieces that it comes with, etc. So let's get to it. This is the unit itself. And this is the portafilter. It's screwed on right now. I will take it off and give you guys a better look at it. You get a USB cable. You get a coffee scooper that also serves as a tamper for tamping down the espresso. And you get an adapter for holding K-cups. So this holds K-cups. Put it in there, punctures the bottom right there, and it's ready to make coffee using K-cups. And then this is a cup that it comes with, but I don't really like drinking espresso out of plastic or anything other than ceramic for that matter. So I'm not going to be pulling a shot into this, even though this is made to sit on it like that and hold it while it brews. We're just going to hold it and hover it over a ceramic cup because who wants to drink espresso out of plastic? It's cool that it has it in case maybe you forget your cup when you take this thing with you out abroad, camping, wherever you're taking it. Let's make some coffee. This is the portafilter. I just unscrewed it from the main device, and now we're going to put some coffee in here. This is the part that actually holds the coffee, and this lid needs to be removed, and then you pack the coffee into there. Just a quick look here. You can see there is a shower screen on the bottom of the coffee compartment, as well as on the top. The water flows through there, into there, and then out the bottom and into your cup. So let's go ahead and put some coffee in there. I've got some pre-ground espresso coffee right here. I'm not really measuring anything because I feel like this device is made to be used in the wild. And in the wild, like when you're camping or whatever, you just want to get it done. You're not really measuring everything so perfectly, and you might not even have those instruments to measure with you. So this is the scooper. I'm just pouring the coffee into the main coffee compartment. Hopefully, definitely spilling a little here or a lot. That's okay. Don't worry about that. It'd be a lot easier if I wasn't filming with one hand. So I'm actually going to tap this down on the ground here on the counter and trying to get it unclumped and as level as possible. That's not bad. I think that's about as much coffee as we want to put in there. Maybe I'll put one more spoonful here. Okay. Give it another tap down. And now I'm going to tamp it using the included scooper, which has a tamper on the bottom. It fits perfectly on this chamber. So let's go ahead and give it a little tamperoo. There we go. Now we are ready to put the lid back on this. All right. Make sure it gets pressed down nicely, and then set it back into the portafilter assembly, which is now ready to be screwed onto the bottom of the unit. Now, I didn't show it, but I did put water in here already just to preheat the compartment, because let me show you the compartment. The compartment is stainless steel, and so it's going to take a little bit of the heat. And so just from my own coffee knowledge, I want to preheat this and then put fresh boiling water right into there so that when we run the machine, we're not losing any of the heat to the device. And let me show you real quick. I'll pour this out. This is measured. So there's a measurement right there, and you're supposed to use 50 milliliters per shot. So that's pretty cool that they have a measurement marking in there for you. So let's go ahead and fill that up to 50 milliliters, and then let's pull a shot and see what happens. All right, we got 50 milliliters of water in there. Let's put the lid on there. Let's get our cup ready. Let me screw this back on real quick. Hold it for 5 seconds. So now we have a shot of espresso. Let's stir it and look at it. It definitely has some crema on the top. It does look a little thin. But again, obviously this is not like a professional quality espresso machine. This is a travel portable on the go espresso machine. So you can't really compare it against, you know, a professional cafe quality machine. Time for the most important part, the taste test. Okay, so that actually doesn't taste very bad. It's a little under extracted, a tiny bit bitter, and I use these beans every day, so I'm quite familiar with what they should taste like when they're optimally extracted. Um, but it's not bad. It's also not as hot as I would like it, which I expected it to be a little bit hotter, provided that I preheated it and put in basically boiling water in the top. Okay, that was pretty good. Now let's try it without preheating it and see if we get any different results. So I'm filling it with room temperature water right now, which is cool because this is definitely more similar to what you would be doing in a camping situation. And now I'm going to press and hold the button for 2 seconds until it beeps, which is going to initiate the preheating cycle. Okay, so now you can see it's preheating. It didn't start pumping right away like it did on the last brew. And so now we have to wait for these bars to blink all the way up to the fourth light, which is when it will start boiling the water and be ready to pull a shot. While it's preheating, let me talk about a reason the plastic cup is actually pretty cool. Because it fits perfectly on the end of the device and you can actually just rest it on there, that means you can just put it on there, let it preheat, go about your business, and come back in a few minutes and have your espresso shot already pulled into your cup, and you don't have to babysit it at all. That's definitely really cool. So we'll be looking for a ceramic cup, or maybe just a ceramic coated stainless steel cup that will fit this perfectly so that I can be able to do that when I'm camping. But until then, I'm just gonna babysit it, and then when it hits the fourth light, I'm gonna hold it up over my cup, so that way we can get our shot pulled into a ceramic cup and not a plastic cup, because nobody wants that. All right, you can see we're at 3 lights. We're getting close to 4 here. All right, we're on the fourth light now. Now I'm starting to hear the water boiling in the top compartment. I can actually feel it since I'm holding it with my hand. Oh, here we go. Maybe it's just me, but that seemed like it was a little bit faster than when I actually put preheated water in it, which makes no sense to me. All right, let's give it the stir test. It does have a little bit of crema on top, but it does appear to be a little thin, just like it was the previous time. And I just had a thought too. I didn't preheat my cup for the first shot, so that definitely probably affected the temperature, in which case this shot should be a little bit hotter because I did preheat it, but let's give it a taste. Smells like coffee. Similar, I think it's a little bit more bitter than the first shot. I don't know if that's temperature related. But the temperature right now is pretty much the same. So now I want to make a third shot. I'll probably make another video, but I do want to see if I put preheated water in the brewer after I preheat the brewer and then also preheat my cup, will that really affect the temperature output? Overall, it's definitely not my favorite espresso, but if I was camping or I was somewhere, let's say I'm at work and they don't have a good coffee setup, that would be amazing to be able to make an espresso or even just to make an Americano. I think this thing would probably make a great Americanos where when you make an Americano, you're not so concerned with, you know, the minutia of all of the perfect metrics of the espresso, right? Because you're watering it down anyways. So that's just my take. It's all right espresso, but this thing would be amazing for just making Americanos on the go whenever you need an Americano. Pop in, hot water, boom, ready to go. Take this to the hotel with you so you don't have to drink hotel coffee. And it's not really that difficult to use. You put some coffee in it, you press it down, you put the water in it, and you run it. Cleaning it out is actually more difficult than using it, and that still only takes a couple minutes. So I think this is a great addition to a coffee enthusiast's kit. If you're not a coffee enthusiast, you're not going to want to mess with this because you're just going to see it as too much work, and you'd probably just rather drink the Starbucks coffee machine at the hotel or whatever's there, right? But if you care about coffee and you want to get a little bit better quality, I think this is a great option.